Let's get a little water, everybody, okay? Are you serious? Yeah, I've had about 3.5 cups of coffee. So let me have a little water. I think that'd be healthy. Are you serious? Oh, by the way, we do have this breaking news coming in. This is from Amir Safari. Many of you know who he is. He lives over in the Galilee area and does a great job reporting. He is a Messianic Jew, and he does a great job reporting on things happening right in the Middle East because he's there, okay? And Amir is just now giving us some information about what's taking place. Iran is in the process right now of trying to take over Iraq. And we've got some breaking news on this, so I'll share this with you in a moment. Guys, it might be getting hot. Here in Indiana, it's a beautiful day, but let me just say something. Getting hot. It's going to get real hot. And that's why I'm going to highly recommend you do something. And that is prepare yourself for this heat with a call to action. Let me just do this, a call to action. Keep yourself cool with the best portable air conditioner available. Just go visit www.easysummercool.com. That's www.easysummercool.com. Get 50% off, free shipping. Just click on the link. Listen, folks, if this summer is anything like we've been having, okay, then it's going to be really, really hot. I didn't realize I do know, but the sun in the South, especially the Florida sun, and I'm sure the southern Texas sun, it can, and don't forget if you live in Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, the Carolinas, Florida. What? It gets hot. So I want to highly recommend something to you right now. And I really do. I'm telling you, if the summer is anything like last summer, then record-breaking temperatures are on the way. Cities around the world are going to be experiencing the hottest summers ever on record. And even Mike around the world is saying that. Okay. It's getting extra hot where I live also when I'm down in Florida. And that's why I've been keeping an eye on everything and got setting on my desk down there, Easy Summer Cool Air Conditioner, the Easy Summer Cool Air Conditioner. This little mini AC unit comes with multiple adjustable modes to tailor it to your environment, your preference, and it's so easy. And it's also an air humidifier. It cools the air around you and humidifies it. Amazing. So do it right now. Do this. Go to easysummercool.com. That's easysummercool.com. All right, let me tell you what's going on now. It's getting very, very precarious. I want to thank all of you for joining me this morning, but we do have breaking news coming out of the Middle East, and this is over in Iraq. Now, you might say, I'm not too worried about Iraq. I'm tired of Iraq. I'm tired of Afghanistan. I hear what you're saying. Believe me, I do. I'm with you. But what's happening is this. Now that the United States is exiting the Middle East as far as wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, after 20 years, we're finally getting out of there. All we did was leave a massive void for somebody to come in and take over. And Iran has patiently waited for this moment. And with this new $7 billion they got, because President Biden unfroze oil revenue that we were holding under the Trump administration sanctions on Iran. Since Biden's released it to Iran, they got their hands on a fresh $7 billion. No wonder Hamas started firing rockets at Israel, and because they know they're getting replenished. And now Iran is aggressively making moves into Iraq, which is a very unstable government. They're also paying the Houthi rebels to just continue to just ruin Yemen, Why are they in Yemen? Why do the Houthi rebels get funded by Iran to be in Yemen? So they can attack Saudi Arabia. Okay. Why is Hezbollah continually being funded by Iran in southern Lebanon? So that they're ready to attack Israel. Why is Hamas being constantly funded by Iran in Gaza? So they can attack Israel. And why does Iran want to be in Iraq and Syria? So they can have full position to make a move at Israel. So this is why we must watch what Iran's doing with their apocalyptic mentality. So those of you who know who Amir Safari is, he said all entrances into Baghdad are blocked, as last night in a continuation to the Iranian takeover of the government and the power in charge of the governor who's in charge of Baghdad. More on this in the Middle East coming up. Now, let me just show you. Here's a picture. This is right off the phone here, but there you see, look at all these trucks. So this is all the freight, all the semi trucks trying to get into Baghdad. It's a big city full of a lot of people. This is a lot of freight, and they're stuck everywhere. Every major road leading into Baghdad has been blocked by the Iranian rebels that are in Iraq. This is a takeover, and they are sending in troops now. There's quite a few Iranian troops in Iraq. There's quite a few Iranian troops in Syria. So again, you're not hearing anything about this in the mainstream media, but from a Bible prophecy standpoint, it's important that I share with you what's going on, because when you start to understand why is Mystery Babylon in the Bible, America is not Mystery Babylon. America has nothing to do with Babylon. Never has, never will. It has nothing to do with it. The American empire is just that, the empire from the far country that the Bible talks about, a leader from a far land. Okay. But listen, the Babylonian Empire, it was huge. It was huge. And it was basically made up of the area of what's called Assyria. It was made up of the Persian Empire. All of these, basically Iran, Iraq, Syria, Turkey, part of Turkey. It's huge. Huge. All the way to Lebanon, even part of all the way to Jerusalem at one point. Huge. So now here we are. And this Mystery Babylon is rising again. It shouldn't shock us. The Bible tells us in the book of Revelation that the kings of the East, Middle East, that are around the river Euphrates are going to rise up as the four angels of the river Euphrates are released, and they prepare for the battle of Armageddon just before the rapture happens. The rapture happens just before this great last battle of the ages. And you can read that if you want to in Revelation 16. And I'd like to share that with you because I think I'm finally the guy that has to step up and say it. And I'm not the only one now, because I'm starting to hear other biblical scholars out there, prophecy preachers, are starting to say, let's get off the American bandwagon and realize that the Americans are the true allies of Israel. We got some people in America right now that are against Israel. Anti-Semitism's out there. But we do stick with Israel, and we are the eagle that flies. You can find that in Daniel when it talks about the four kingdoms of the last days, and how that we are the eagles that was on the back of the lion, and we broke off and stood up on our feet like a man and became our own great nation, the eagle's wings. Well, we appear again in Revelation 12 when Israel's under attack. I'm doing a live broadcast.
Okay, well, even had breakfast.
That sounds great. So that makes me want to cut this broadcast short. Keep it hot. Keep it hot. Give me 5 minutes. Is there any gravy?
There sure is.
Oh. All right, I'll be right there. Give me 4 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
How do you shut that down?
Touch it, and there's a red.
Oh, can you? Okay. All right. So that was Heidi calling me from upstairs for breakfast. All right, real fast. So in Revelation 16, it tells you that you're going to have these kings from the east that rise up right out of the area of the river Euphrates. Well, where's the river Euphrates? So it starts in Turkey. It comes running into Iraq, then into Syria, and then into Iran. And so that area was also the kingdom of Babylon. So in Revelation 16, we have a reemergence of this same kingdom, and you could call it this Mystery Babylon. And because it rises out of nowhere, and it brings with it a hatred for Israel. And ultimately, you'll see Iran involved in Psalms 83, Ezekiel 38, World War III, which is found in Revelation 9, and the final battle in Armageddon in Revelation 16. That is the mystery. That's the mystery that everyone's missing. And the eagle's wings shows up in Revelation 12, flying over the Jewish people as they're fleeing out of Judea into Jordan, into Petra, into the wilderness. The woman is fleeing. The woman who gave birth to the man-child, to Jesus Christ, Yeshua. It is the eagle that's flying over. It's the American who are trying to protect on that with the hand of the Lord to try to help protect those Jewish people. And I want to thank Dr. Irvin Baxter, who really was the man who originally brought this forward, this portion of America's role in the end times. And actually now, since he's done that, and since I've also been talking about it, now there are others that are saying, you know what, it's right. You know, and I don't blame anybody prior to that, because they really didn't know, because you can't know until some things develop. And so we're living in the last days, guys. We're living in the end times. You want to give your life to Jesus Christ. And we're watching Iraq, as I'm saying, as we're watching what's happening in Baghdad right now. The Iranians are moving in. They've shut off all the roads leading into Baghdad. They're in the process of trying to start to take over that government. They're trying to take over Iraq and make it part of the Mystery Babylon empire that is rising in the last days. And believe me, Iran is pulling it together to get a coalition of peoples and nations that live along the Euphrates River. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. Please give your life to Jesus Christ. From the cornfields of Indiana, I'm Pastor Paul Begley. We're living in the last days. Are you serious? God bless this online church. You're amazing. Check out Patreon if you didn't see it. It's incredible, the analysis that Heidi did. And she took 7 hours to research the analysis of Mike from Around the World's broadcast from May 20th. And her and I together take an hour and give you an exclusive video over at Patreon. Check that out. God bless.